Okay, so by now, I guess everyone has seen that next year there'll be an alternative edition for Biohazard or Resident Evil 5 with a new chapter added in. And, that's exciting. That's, if you love the game, you want more to play, and I've been waiting for something new, and so that's good. But the more I'm finding out about how this is being released, the more I'm like, And so I just wanted to ask opinions of people, especially PlayStation 3 owners, because it looks like this is going to affect you the most. What are your opinions? They had some information in the new Famitsu guide, I guess with the game creator. He was talking about it. And so I have a link on the side so you can read the full text yourself. It's been translated. But I jotted down some notes from that list, and I just want to go through them real quick. So the first thing was that he said that the original game, they didn't put it in there initially because he felt it was adequate enough. Which, I don't know, makes me wonder, well, if it was good enough without it, well, then why add it now? Other than just to get more money out of the players. He says that the fans have been clamoring to play as Jill, as if that's something new. Jill fans always want to play as Jill. He also touted that this had been an idea from the beginning. So for me, it's like, okay, well then what was all this talk I heard like last week and for a couple of weeks about how they put up posts on the Capcom website and wanted fan input? It's like, well, where was that ever realized if this scenario was always there from the beginning? So that to me seemed like a lot of BS. Secondly, he says that this new content will not be downloadable because the files are too much. It's too big. So it's got to come on a disc of its own, I guess, or it will be just added to the game when they re-release the game. If it is, okay, I get that. But that then means that if you've already bought the game for PS3 players, you're going to have to buy the game again. Does that seem fair? Then he also says, well, that this combat skill, and I want to read the quote, which was that the game was always intended for the PS3 motion, and that the series combat system warranted the addition of motion controls. Yeah, how many people out there who've played any of the Resident Evil games, aside from the Wii version, were clamoring for motion controls? And if that's the case, then where was it before? That we played Resident Evil 5 just fine without it proves we didn't need it. But this also then says to me, and maybe I'm misinterpreting this, that this motion control scheme or whatever, schematic on the alternative edition means that there won't be a standard edition. So that in order to play this game on the PS3, then you have to have that controller. So not only would you have to rebuy the game, you got to buy this controller, and God knows how much they're going to charge you for that. It also makes me wonder, well, for people who do buy it, or people who didn't buy it originally and buy it, is it compatible with if you're going to go online and play with people who don't own this new one? They say, yeah, but if you have these old version, you don't have the new material. How do you have cooperative play when only one person has the updated version? Makes me wonder. Unless, and I would be extremely pissed off if I found out this, if the new material was already on the discs that we already own. What else? They said that they're thinking about adding new costumes and modes, which if they're gonna make you pay again another $60, and they're just thinking about it, and that it took the creator, I forgot his name, an hour and a half to finish the Jill scenario, but they say new players will take 2 hours. So that means if you played Resident Evil 5 for the last year, you're probably going to get through it in a good 30 minutes at most. And that's probably all we're going to get out of it. I don't know. And then for the 360 owners, it's going to come out in a different format. So I guess it's not download content. I suppose that just means, another disc, but does that mean that we have to buy the game again too? I'm going to wait for more information before I pass complete judgment on this, but this is sounding like the biggest load of crap Capcom and Sony can come up with. I don't know.